Steel Nation on fire. That boy Lamar gonna be pissed after seeing that Hurts contract.
Not pissed. He's excited. I mean, let's be real. Jalen Hurts loved the fact that he got the bag, right? Was it 5 for 255, 176 fully? That's dope for him. Shout out to his agent as well, man, taking care of the business. But all they did was just help Lamar's situation, because you can't make a case that Jalen Hurts has done more, accomplished more, or is more deserving to get 51 mil per year, and Lamar not have a better argument for that. So if you're Lamar, you're like, bro, thank you. Because now everybody that's been telling Lamar, hey, you need to be the one to take less to let the market correct itself. Not when Jalen Hurts is getting 51 a year. Nah. Now we got to run that number up. So yeah, for Lamar, I don't think of it as a negative. I think of it for him, it's like, yo, this is cool. That is another floor for me. It's another floor. But shout out to Jalen Hurts' agent, though, because that's the purpose of the agent, right? You want to get as much as you can. And in some cases, the agent will get you more than you probably deserve at that particular time. But at the same time, if you're a guy like Lamar who already has what he's had in terms of his individual accolades and accomplishments, that stands on anything that you're overselling as an agent for some of these other players. So for Lamar, I think for him, this is only going to help his market out even more, because at first it was the Kyler Murray convo and people would say, oh, it's just Kyler Murray. We said with Deshaun Watson. What do people say? Well, that was a Deshaun Watson situation. That was an outlier. You can't really control that. Now it's Philly. What we gonna say about this one? So it's like, the more people like this that are getting these type of deals, to me, I don't think it hurts Lamar. I think it just strengthens his argument of, I don't have to be the one to take less. I don't have to be the one to allow the market to recorrect itself, because clearly multiple teams in various situations are willing to pay. They are willing to cut those checks. Like, that's my perspective on it.
See, I would take Hurts over Lamar. I think Hurts deserves more than Lamar.
Okay.
But
under what basis, though?
I'm with you. He just took the Eagles to a Super Bowl.
That's cool, but under what basis? In terms of him as an individual, what makes?
I mean,
him,
he had an MVP type of season last year too.
He didn't win it though. It's kind of like the Carson Wentz combo, right?
Yeah, but I mean, that MVP is in 2019 at this point. I just feel like it's kind of irrelevant with him being hurt these last two seasons and not playing optimally.
That's cool. I look at it like this though: you still can't take it off of him.
No. Here's my thing. I don't think this hurts him.
Yeah.
Like, if we're talking Hurts getting, I think this comes out to be like 50 or 51 a year.
51 a year, yeah.
Combine that with what Watson and Murray got. Like, it's better. It's actually better for Lamar to see that, okay, the next quarterback that got paid isn't less than like a Kyler Murray or Deshaun Watson.
Right, absolutely.
So, yeah, whether you agree with me or Moats on how much should Hurts or Lamar get paid compared to each other.
Floor, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. I don't think he's the way he could be mad is if he sees that, oh, there was no problems here. The Eagles and Hurts were just able to work this out. Whereas with me and the Ravens, this has been like a 2-year thing.
True. But I also think for Lamar, he has to understand the variables are different. Jalen Hurts, number one, wasn't trying to get the most guaranteed money, full guaranteed contract, and he did have an agent. Agents are going to make it a smoother process. We're not taking that away. Agents are what they are for a reason, but they also get 3% of what you signed for a reason. So if you're Lamar and you're saying to yourself, I can get that same deal right now without an agent as my floor, I can get all of that without having to pay that 3% to this agent. But what if I'm able to actually negotiate and get even more, get what I'm truly looking for? And I think for Lamar, that's what he's going for. He done stood on it this long. Ain't no point in stopping now when there are other people coming along getting checks that are only going to help your argument. And yeah, the thing is this, right? So it's like for every person that could say they would rather take Jalen Hurts right now, that's cool. But all I'm saying is, in terms of the argument on it, I just think it's going to be a lot more variables that are going to be able to rebuttal from a Lamar standpoint to justify him getting more than a Jalen Hurts and going forward being that. That's all.
Yeah, I just feel like the case against Lamar going into this offseason was Cardinals paid Kyler Murray a ton. Right. Browns paid Deshaun Watson a ton.
Yeah.
So Lamar has the MVP and has just had more success, being the Ravens quarterback versus those guys. Yeah.
Individual,
you're right. 100%. Mm-hmm. So if those guys are getting that, Lamar Jackson does, based off the quarterback market, I mean, deserves to equal that.
And he's done it for multiple seasons as well. That's the other part.
But the sticking point was like, okay, we saw how Kyler Murray played.
Mm-hmm.
We saw what happened with Deshaun Watson.
Right,
It's
right.
like, just because they have to do that doesn't mean
Mhm.
the Ravens do. So
Right.
maybe they could be smarter about how they do this contract with Lamar. But we still had to wait and see with Lamar's peers, like
Yeah.
a Burrow, Herbert, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, what are these contracts going to look like? Are they going to be taking team-friendly deals?
Right, 'cause if
But now you see Hurts getting 50, which is
Yeah.
more than what Murray and Watson got.
Yeah.
Except
like,
it's not more
It's not fully
guaranteed.
but on a per year average,
Yeah.
it's more. But
Watson
the
is
thing
still
it's
the
like-
highest fully guaranteed.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like if Hurts would have took 45 per year average, I think that cuts Lamar's argument.
It does.
It hurts him a lot
does.
more. But
Less
because
money.
Hurts took 51, that's the part that I'm saying. I think it only strengthens Lamar's standpoint because now Jalen Hurts is the good guy. He's the poster boy. He's done everything he's supposed to do. He's been cheap. He came in here and he took them to a Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but he had an MVP caliber season, was healthy, did all the things that you needed him to do. Has he done it for 4 years? No. But he gave you enough where you feel very confident in him. Philly was just smart, and they said, we're going to go ahead and pay you now. This is the same situation I think of Baltimore in a couple years ago when Lamar did win the MVP. No different than Hurts coming off of the Super Bowl appearance, Lamar coming off of the MVP. Philly just said, we're not going to wait until it gets to this point where now it's going to be this contentious thing back and forth. Is that because he had an agent? It could very well be. I just don't think it's a negative that Lamar doesn't have an agent because all we're talking about is the difference of if you're going to get that same deal as your floor, because Lamar, that is the scenario right now for him. He could go in there, I feel like today, and say, just give me the Jalen Hurts deal, and all of this would be over with. But he's going to be able to do that and not have to pay that 3% as well. And I think that's a big difference when you're talking about what that 3% is going to be in terms of the value of that contract. So for Lamar, I still, like I said, I just think this is only going to help him out.